cannot, the Christmas season, and especially followed by Thanksgiving, is a time of year that tends to make us reflective. We think about people in the past, we think about our past, and obviously it makes you think of, in my case, it makes you think of your mother and father who passed away and much too soon, and you miss them. You miss people, and you wish they were here with you. You accept the reality of it, but you know they can't, which is probably the reason so many people uh, this time of year seem to have difficulties with the season. Sometimes it causes people, like it triggers emotions in them that sometimes it leads to suicide with some people. But it's a time of year that makes you reflective, coming after on the heels of Thanksgiving, and where you're really kind of confronted with the idea of being thankful for that which you have. And Christmas tends to be that time of year too. And you listen to Christmas music, and music has an incredible way of taking you back to other times and other places in your life. Music does that. And one thing I've listened to this time of year is a group called Mannheim Steamroller. When I first heard of them, I thought that was the most ridiculous sounding name I'd ever heard in my life. But I really enjoy their Christmas music. And I was turned on to that music by a man named Rush Limbaugh, somebody I miss greatly. And Rush Limbaugh was and I'm afraid I'll lose some of you on this, and I hate that, but you probably wouldn't have stayed anyway. Rush Limbaugh had a big impact on my life. I listened to him, heard him for about 30 years. I would mow my yard and listen to Rush Limbaugh. It was something I listened to quite often. And his ideas and his things he said on his program didn't really change my mind about too many things. He pretty much just reflected things that I already believed and articulated them. And he was a great impact on me. I liked him. I enjoyed him. I enjoyed hearing him every day. And he passed away in February of 2019 from cancer. And it was and he had plenty of detractors, plenty of enemies, and many of them rejoiced when he passed away, which I tend to think is a pretty sick way to approach the world. Even people I don't care for, I don't rejoice when they pass away, and I don't think any of us should. But the thing I liked about Rush Limbaugh is thing I liked about him was his wit and his charm, and especially his optimism. Rush Limbaugh was extremely optimistic about America, something I wish I had now, and I miss. I don't probably share the optimism that he had for our country sometimes, and I in some ways wish I had that back. But that's why I like Rush Limbaugh. And this time of year, I think of him a lot. And whenever I hear the song Silent Night played by Mannheim Steamroller, I think of Limbaugh. I think of him fondly. I miss hearing him. He was part of my life. It's something you listen to 30 years. Radio broadcasters and even this YouTube, uh, you get to feel like you know the people you hear on a regular basis, and you get to feel like you know them a little bit. And that's the way I felt like I knew. I felt like I knew Rush Limbaugh somewhat, and I miss him. And every time I hear the Mannheim Steamroller sing "Silent Night," I'm taken back there. I'm taken back to when Rush Limbaugh would play this song, and he'd wish all of us a Merry Christmas. And I can never hear that song without thinking of him, fondly, and missing him a little bit. So I just thought I'd mention that. It's not really a Christmas message as such, but music does take you other times. And as I listen to those songs, driving back and forth to work, and I'm reminded that I do miss his humor, his optimism, his wit, and just his good-natured greetings about America. And I just thought I'd talk about that on here. I want to wish you all a Merry Christmas. I want to thank you for checking in on me and seeing me. I'm 27 days away from retirement, which tends to make you a little reflective on your life as you approach retirement. That tends to make you reflective along with the season we're in. And I just thank you for stopping in. And I hope you'll continue listening to me in the coming year. Merry Christmas and God bless you. Bye now.